U.S. war games showed China gaining the upper hand. New Taipei reminds cat owners to complete microchip registration. New Taipei residents outraged over unauthorized land transfer. Two of Trump's peace deals at risk. U.S. backs Japan in dispute with China over radar incident. Trump admin plans to require tourists 5 years of social media history. Silver hits record highs in 2025. Porsche Taiwan unveils the 911 Carrera T, Formosa.
Hello, I'm Wade Lee. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Thursday, December 11th, International Mountain Day, and here are your top stories. And for today's Taiwan's news, the latest U.S. national security strategy stresses deterring conflict in the Taiwan Strait. However, the New York Times reported that the Pentagon's overmatched brief warns the U.S. is far behind China in preparing for new forms of warfare. Recent war games show repeated U.S. losses as China now has enough missiles to destroy advanced American weapons before they reach Taiwan. New Taipei's Animal Protection Office remind cat owners that starting January 1, 2026, all household cats must be microchipped and officially registered. Owners who fail to comply will face fines ranging from 3,000 NT to 15,000 NT. Officials urge owners to use the final 1-month grace period and to double-check registration details after any medical treatment to keep their pets safe. In New Taipei's Xizhi district, residents of an older 50-unit community says their urban renewal plan has become a nightmare. 5 years after signing with Sanyue Construction, the company collapsed and allegedly transferred their land to Liqi Construction without consent. Liqi is now suing the original owners for unauthorized occupancy, leaving residents angry and stunned as promised upgrades never came. And in global news, at least 2 of the several agreements aimed at ending global conflict that President Donald Trump has hailed as evidence of his negotiation prowess are in trouble and at risk of collapsing. Less than a week after Congo and Rwanda signed a deal in Trump's presence in Washington that was meant to halt fighting in eastern Congo, and less than 2 months after the witnessed Cambodia and Thailand signed a cease pact in Malaysia to end their border conflict, fighting has surged in both places.
The developments have caused international alarm, resulting in urgent calls to halt the renewed violence from countries involved in the African Great Lakes region and from U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio. In each case, the statements urged the combatants to live up to their commitments in the deals that Trump has touted in part as the rationale for casting himself as the president of peace. Trump expressed confidence that he could once again end the fighting between Cambodia and Thailand. The White House had touted it as a historic agreement brokered by Trump following months-long peace efforts by the U.S. and its partners, including the African Union and Qatar, finalizing an earlier deal signed in June.
For the first time, the United States has criticized China for aiming radar at Japanese military aircraft during a training exercise last week, an incident about which the Asian neighbors have given different accounts amid escalating tensions. The run-in near Japan's Okinawa Island comes after Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi triggered a dispute with Beijing last month with her remarks on how Tokyo might react to a hypothetical Chinese attack on Taiwan.
Speaking in Beijing, Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Guo Jiaqun avoided direct criticism of the U.S. remarks, reiterating that China's training and exercise activities were in line with international law and conducted safely and in a restrained manner. Japan laid on Tuesday scrambled jets to monitor Russian and Chinese air forces conducting joint patrols around the country. On Wednesday, Japan's Coast Guard said its ships had spotted 4 Chinese Coast Guard vessels near the disputed but Japan-administered Senkaku Islands in the East China Sea. China's Coast Guard said it was carrying out a legal operation to safeguard the country's rights and interests. China calls the uninhabited islands the Diaoyu.
The Trump administration plans to require travelers from more than 40 countries to provide their social media histories for the last 5 years to enter the U.S., according to a notice published Tuesday in the Federal Register. The data would be mandatory for new entrants to the U.S., who hail from 42 countries that are part of the Visa Waiver Program, according to a notice from Customs and Border Protection. Providing social media histories would now be part of the requirement to complete the ESTA, according to the proposal.
Residents of the United Kingdom and Germany are among the countries from which visitors do not require visas to visit the U.S., which, according to the notice, could add an extra hurdle for travelers. British citizens and people from other visa waiver countries can currently complete the electronic system for travel authorization instead of obtaining visas. The Trump administration has increased restrictions on people entering the U.S., and Trump ran a campaign that focused on border and immigration crackdowns. In addition to social media histories, Customs and Border Protection would add other new data collection fields, including email addresses and telephone numbers used in the last 5 years, as well as the addresses and names of family members. The notice reads,
The price of silver has hit a record high ahead of an expected U.S. Federal Reserve interest rate cut, and as demand from the technology industry for the precious metal remains high. Silver crossed $60 an ounce on the spot market, where the metal is bought and sold for immediate delivery for the first time on Tuesday. Gold, which hit records high earlier this year as concerns grew about the impact of U.S. tariffs and the global economic outlook, also made gains this week.
Investors tend to move money into gold and silver as interest rates come down and the U.S. dollar weakens. The U.S. Central Bank is widely expected to cut its main interest rate by 0.25 percentage point. The move into so-called safe haven assets is also a key reason for gold hitting new record highs in recent months, as it crossed $4,000 an ounce for the first time. Silver's rally could also be seen as a spillover effect from the jump in the value of gold as investors look for cheaper alternatives. Gold has gained more than 50% this year, partly due to major purchases by central banks. The price of platinum and palladium has also climbed this year.
The 911 Carrera T Formosa pays homage to Taiwan's natural landscapes with a design narrative deeply rooted in the island scenery. The name Formosa means beautiful island, was bestowed by 16th century Portuguese sailors captivated by the verdant terrain. Taiwan's geography offers an extraordinary diversity of landscapes within a compact area, from the soaring central mountain range, home to some of the world's most scenic driving roads, to the dramatic rock formations of the East Coast and the vibrant Pacific waters.
Christian Nader, CEO of Porsche Taiwan, said, "The 911 Carrera T Formosa is a statement of individuality and a celebration of Taiwan. Through the Sonderwunsch program, we have brought a distinct vision to life that captures the essence of the island." Porsche is reinterpreting the legendary program of the late 1970s, enabling personalized one-offs co-created by the customer and professionally realized by Porsche. The offering for new vehicles includes the installation of tailor-made special request options directly in the production run. Customers can access paint to sample plus when ordering a car. Porsche creates and develops an individual exterior color based on the customer's personal wishes.
The answer for yesterday was B, disrupt. Heavy rains and strong winds may disrupt the outdoor concert, forcing organizers to delay the event. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. US backs Japan in dispute with China over radar incident. Number 1, trigger, 引发, 触发. The policy change triggered a wave of public criticism. Number 2, joint, 共同的, 联合的. They launched a joint investigation into the incident. Number 3, restrain, 抑制, 限制. She tried to restrain her anger during the meeting. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comments section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. Established in December 2003, the UNGA created this day to raise awareness of all the things we rely on mountains for. International Mountain Day is an opportunity to head out and appreciate these unique landforms and all they have to offer. We appreciate all of the world's mountains. It is also a good day to reflect on those who have lost their lives while attempting dangerous mountain climbs and to pay tribute to them. And that's all for today's FUNDAY news. Be sure to tune into FUNDAY news from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join FUNDAY for free. I'm Wei Li, your host. I'll see you next time.